let me speak to Imam Ajmal Masroor, who's an imam in a number of London mosques and a broadcaster as well, because these faith settings, whatever they may be and whatever faith, are set to be closed as well. How much of an imposition as that will that be? Imam Ajmal Masroor, good morning.
Good morning. It won't be an imposition. Actually, it would be a support for the faith communities and faith communities' support for the larger community, the wider community. It is the least we can do at a time of emergency, at a time of such a crisis, where people are dying left, right, and center. Many of my friends, in fact, Andrew, I don't normally wish condolences like this every day, but not a single day passes by now without me sending messages of condolences to at least 10 people, 15 people per day. I've never seen this before. This crisis is more than what we can take as normal. I think we should take a leading role. The faith centers are very, very good and have been very good so far. In fact, infection contagious from within the faith centers have been identified as the least, but we should be leading from the front. Ultimately, the faith teaching says protecting life is more important than anything else in the world.
Yes. So the people that you're talking with in your community are saying, what 100% we will do. Now, are you finding that the people that you know and the people that you worship with and that you lead are complying with regulations? And what do you do if somebody is not, for instance, wearing a face mask if they should be? Do you say something or do you let it go?
Well, I'm smiling because it happened only the other day. I went to the post office to send some parcels. Somebody came and stood right behind me, and I told him, "Excuse me, young man, could you please keep some social distance?" He goes, "No. If you have a problem, you can move." So I started talking to him, and he started shouting at me, and he called me a sheep. He said to me, "Old man like you, people like you have caused the problem. Our country is destroyed." He started saying coronavirus doesn't exist. He started shouting, and then after he had done his business in the post office, he waited outside to hurl abuse at me as I was leaving the post office. He said to me, "Hello, old man. Hello, sheep. Have a good day." Things like that. And this was not a man of faith. He was just an ordinary young man. He may have had a faith. In our faith institution, believe you me, everyone who comes in, we won't allow them inside our mosques without a mask. If they come in and they don't take their hand sanitizer and wash their hand, we won't allow them in.
Right.
If they don't bring a prayer mat, which is separate for them, we will not allow them in. So we, as the faith community, have been very strict, very guarded. But what I'm saying, faith community has an added role. In Islam, preventing preventing harm, protecting life is an essential part of our faith. So already on the day our Prime Minister declared the second lockdown, I was immediately on my social media saying all mosques should close down. 4 or 5 mosques where I have influence over, I advised them to close down, and they
Right.
immediately closed down.
All right. Well, listen, you didn't end up fighting with that bloke, did you?
No, I bit my tongue. I could have really thumped him because he insulted me. But my faith says, like you, Andrew, we all have to restrain and not respond to a fool. Ultimately, there are people still believe that this disease called coronavirus is a hoax. It's been made up by
No,
government.
listen, I faced that as well because I came on here a week or two, was it 2 weeks ago? And I'm now convinced totally, Ajmal, that with a vaccine around the corner and the fact that these restrictions are not going anywhere and we've got this new variant, I think just somehow we've just got to remain patient and supportive of each other and support what people are trying to do, because there are people out there who would criticize me for having changed my particular view on this. I mean, I certainly have changed over the last few weeks from what I've seen. Simple.
I think that's a welcome change, Andrew. I've listened to your conversations before.
You have?
It's just like the marathon race. The last couple of kilometers is very difficult. What we are saying now is just the last hurdle, guys. Just hold
Well,
on,
that's
stay
right.
patient, stay united. I think we'll overcome this very quickly, faith or no faith. And from the faith perspective, we believe that there is a cure for every illness. We believe if we stay together, we will overcome it. But we're being tested right now. We don't want to be divided.
It's good to speak with you. That's Imam Ajmal Masroor. Don't mess with him. He's an Imam at a number of London mosques and a broadcaster as well. And if you don't comply with the regulations with Ajmal around, he's going to tell you off.